Over the weekend, Donald Trump gave a speech where he said that he would talk about replacing generals with college football coaches and NASCAR drivers. And you saw both sides fight. Like the right is like, he was just making a joke. You can't say anything to the left because this is what politicians do for opposite parties. Feigned outrage. Like, how dare you insult our generals? All this, yada, yada, yada. Lost in the entire conversation is, I'm not going to say Donald Trump is wrong for saying whatever he might say about our generals. I'm saying he's wrong for thinking college football coaches could do any better, because that implies that college football coaches by and large are smart, and they aren't. Okay. So I think that they are, even if you don't think generals are qualified for what they do, they're more qualified for what they do than college football coaches generally are for what they do. All right. So taking that into account, Tennessee has a unique situation here. They have a coach who was a general, and
that would be
General Robert Neyland.
Oh, the stadium guy.
Yeah, and he was leaps and bounds smarter than everybody else he was going against back in the 40s and the 50s and the 30s. So the question comes today, if you were in battle, which college football coach would you want leading you into battle?
Okay. Well, let's set that up as a poll question. And I'm assuming you're going to have 4 names for me. And it's brought to you by our friends at the Quality Tire Pros. The Eberle family has been serving Chattanooga's community since 1957. All major brands of tires, full service automotive, brake alignments, oil changes, and more. All work is covered by nationwide warranty. Cherokee Blvd or online at qualitytirepros.com. qualitytirepros.com. Stop by that Cherokee location downtown and tell Bo that Dave Hooker and Off the Hook Sports said, "Hey, Bo." Well, the easy one is Nick Saban, but he's not coaching. So I'm assuming we're excluding him, correct?
Yeah, we have to exclude Nick Saban. So I'll do the other 3 coaches that are, well, I'll do the 2 multinational champion winning coaches right now in college football, Dabo Swinney and Kirby Smart.
It's not Dabo Swinney.
Wait, it's Dabo Swinney, Kirby Smart, Josh Heupel, or somebody else.
Nah, well, it's not. But it's not.
I think they compare.
Dabo Swinney doesn't inspire me. Am I missing something on Dabo Swinney? I think he was very fortunate in the time where he got a lot of talent because other schools around him were struggling. But do I think Dabo Swinney is a guy that I want to follow in a battle? No.
Well, here's Dabo and Kirby are different in this way. Yeah, because Kirby's kind of the new Nick Saban. Is that not? I don't mean. I know people are disagreeing with that with the discipline, but I mean the way he runs his program. It's Kirby's program, right?
Yes, and something that I think has been lost, the old pregame rah-rah speech, win one for the Gipper. I think that's been lost, and he's very good at that.
Yes, so Kirby Smart, here's the difference.
To me, he's based off what I know, it's Kirby Smart, and there's not a close second.
Well, here's the thing. There's 2 things when it comes to battle. There is caring about your life personally and caring about the mission. This is where Dabo and Kirby are different. Kirby's about the mission. Right, so that might mean sacrificing you, depending on depending on what your role is in the unit. Might mean your life is expendable for the larger mission. I think Dabo would care about the lives of every soldier in his unit. Is that fair to say?
So those are only 2 selections. So this is
Josh Heupel.
Okay, so the best coach to lead you into battle would be Kirby. I want to win, and Dabo. He loves me.
Dabo. He cares about me.
Oh, my gosh.
And then Josh Heupel. Just say Josh Heupel.
Well, then everybody's going to say Josh Heupel.
So you're kicking off Josh Heupel? Oh, you know what? Throw in Nick Saban.
I'm not going to throw it in. I'm going to throw in those 2 because I tell you what I would prefer. I would largely prefer the Kirby Smart. Lead me into battle, kill.
It doesn't care if you win or die. If you live or die, it's about the mission.
Yes.
You want that?
Yes.
You want to be treated like the pawn?
Yes.
In a chess game?
Well, I would like to think I would be the Kirby. So what about you, Caleb? Which would you prefer to be?
I mean, I'm a coward, so I'd want Dabo. I'd want the guy that wants me to live. I'm sorry. I want the guy that wants me to live, okay? Like, Dabo would want me to survive. But obviously, if you want a hype man to go in the battle, if that's what you need, Ed Orgeron is your guy to lead the military unit, right? Come on, guys, let's go. Go get him a fight.
You're right. And Nick Saban largely weighed on or leaned on the strength and conditioning coach that he slips my mind, but he made the move to Georgia, and it was a huge get for the University of Georgia. Maybe you can help me on the message board. Scotty, was it Cochran, I believe? He was a very good strength and conditioning coach. And I've said this before. Tennessee, their strength and conditioning coach is very, very important in the amount of contact they have with the players. David said if Tennessee has a dynasty, would it resemble Bama, Clemson, or Georgia?
Actually, probably Clemson, because it would be quarterback driven.
But I believe Josh Heupel is soft and tough at the same time. Can I explain that for a second? Because they don't allow fighting in practice, which I think there's something to be said for a good old brawl every once in a while. It's a lot of thud practices, and it's not to the ground, which is in vogue. However, he's demanding in there. I've seen their schedules. Sometimes it's 6A to 7P, Caleb, of something they have to be at, whether it's film study, group meal, whatever the case may be. So I think he cares for you. So I think the easy way out is for me just to say Josh Heupel, but in a group, I think I'm more likely to win a championship, even though Dabo Swinney has done it. I'm going forward. He doesn't have Brent Venables now, who's at Oklahoma as former defensive coordinator. I believe that Tennessee has the best chance of winning a championship over Dabo Swinney, and my son has a better chance of being treated really well than maybe at Georgia, where he could get caught up in the churn.
No, I agree with you. And it's funny, that gets to the whole, like, Heupel's the best of both worlds with this topic we're on, where Heupel would actually, he would strategize well. Is that fair to say? Heupel would strategize for any battle possible, which is the main thing you need out of your general. And he cares about your players. The thing about Heupel is Heupel doesn't seem like a guy that can rile you up to get ready to go into battle. I'm sorry. It seems like it's all business and, like, thinking about the task at hand.
I've been told the same thing I was told about Hendon Hooker, that he can get you riled up, that he can be loud and vocal. But nowadays, everything's so insulated, we haven't heard it.
And also that can be overrated, because I'm just going to say it. Nick Saban is the George Washington of generals and coaches. George Washington was a very soft-spoken, calm, collected guy who, actually, Saban was a lot better at coaching football than Washington was in general. Washington listened to other people around him. But point being, Washington was a soft-spoken, calm, collected guy and kind of led with the big stick. I guess spoke softly, carried a big stick, that type of thing. That's how Nick Saban kind of was. And you know, I don't think Nick Saban ever got anybody riled up to go play a football game. Guys, we're going to go play real hard today. We're going to work real hard, do a good job.
The best coach to lead you into battle would be Kirby. I want to win. Dabo, he cares about me. So it sounds like the moral of the story is Dabo may care about you, Caleb, but that's really not going to matter if he's incompetent and gets you killed anyway.
I don't think he's incompetent, though. Okay, that's Butch Jones, okay? This is Butch Jones who would get you killed in battle.
He didn't care about you. He would kill you and everybody you knew for an SEC East title.
Butch Jones was eminently qualified to be a Union general in the first 2 years of the Civil War. Okay, those generals were terrible. No,
did you like how I said SEC East title?
Sorry?
Did you like how I said SEC East title? He didn't even have to win the whole thing.
Butch couldn't even win that.
That's what I'm saying. He'd kill you and your whole family.
And if you're in battle, you sure as heck ain't winning the life championship under Butch Jones. Sorry, bad joke. But
no, wait. But as far as pregame speeches, everybody tells me they're overrated. However, I will tell you this. I saw a pregame speech that was accidentally recorded, and this was before AI. This is last year. And I will absolutely tell you that I thought Kirby Smart gave a speech that would make you want to run through a wall. I think they're overrated. I think that Philip Fulmer had that in him. I believe that Josh Heupel has that in him. But you can't go out there and give a huge, monstrous pregame speech when you're getting ready to play UTEP, can you? I mean, the guys are going to know. They're going to have a feel for how big this game is. And if you're manufacturing a big speech, you can't do that.